Siemanko moi drodzy, z tej strony Mordziaty, witam was w kolejnym materiale z serii Przysiądźmy do Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. Moi drodzy, w ostatnim odcinku rozwiązaliśmy sobie przypadek nawiedzenia Kaleba, który to został opętany przez swoją byłą żonę i brata bliźniaka. No, niezły romansik, bo żona miała romans z jego bratem. Chora sytuacja, ale dobra, rozwiązaliśmy to, wytępiliśmy ich i co? I wracamy do głównego wątku, porozmawiamy sobie z gubernatorem. A, tu jesteś.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
Tak, oczywiście, będziemy bardzo dyskretni.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Tak jak wstawiałem, no, że to chodzi o jego syna. Od razu wydał mi się podejrzany. Czy to jest ten opuszczony domek? Raczej tak, bo tu jest brama. Zobaczymy, co nam powie. Albo może go przyłapiemy na jakimś odprawianiu rytuału.
Hell's balls! What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits.
Pewnie przywołał jakiegoś demona. Coś mi się wydaje. Oj.
Raging random. Good.
I have another in sight. You shouldn't stay in there.
Wszystkie. No, tu na pewno coś się wydarzyło.
These must be Lammy's hideaway.
Ghost wards. I cannot manifest.
Dobra, szukamy amuletów. A, tutaj jest. z drugiej strony. I co? Nie widzę go. Kurde. Tu strzelę. Tu jest jeden. Są 3, widzę. Raz, 2. 3 O, tu jest drugi i trzeci jest tam. Dobra. Działamy. Raz. 2. 3.
I'm enjoying the target practice.
Like you need it. Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
Dobra, i teraz mogę rozwalić amulet. Bardzo ładnie. Dobra, szukamy tego Haskiela. Dalej. Gdzieś się chłopak nam zaszył. Oj. Gdzieś tutaj, dobra. Może ty coś lepiej widzisz, Anteo? Tu jeszcze jest jakiś budyneczek.
Limey, you here?
Can you find a way around the locked door?
You were studying botany. Why botany? Harrowloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place.
Jakie znaki? Jakaś mapa. To jest chyba ta osada. No i to jest gdzieś... Kurde, daleko od osady.
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Klucz do skrzyni. A gdzie ta skrzynia? A, tutaj.
Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
No dobra, to jedziemy do opuszczonego wiatraku. Który jest kawałek stąd, jak widzę. O, aż tutaj. Dobra, moi drodzy, spotkamy się tam na miejscu. Nie będę was zanudzał podróżą. Tak więc do zobaczenia za chwilę. Dobra, moi drodzy, witam was z powrotem. Udało mi się już praktycznie dotrzeć do tego wiatraka. Zostało nam niecałe 80 metrów. O, nad go już widać. Zobaczymy, co tutaj pan Lami ukrył. Tu mamy skrzyneczkę. Bardzo miło. Dobra, dawaj na górę. Red. Teraz jakoś musimy tu wejść.
Is he really inside?
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
No, jeszcze teraz amuletów szukać. Ajajaj. O, tu jest schronienie. No, przy okazji
We can do it here.
od razu sobie rozpalimy tutaj ognisko, żebym miał punkt zapisu. No fu, nie punkt zapisu, tylko punkt szybkiej podróży. O,
I can manifest now.
no i elegancko. To rozwalamy teraz tą ścianę
Easy as
i
pie.
wbijamy do środka.
I bet you can't cook.
Oh, there.
Mamy tu kogoś, czy nie? Chyba głucho. Mamy windę.
Guess we're not going that way.
There should be a way up here.
Co ja opuściłem? A, schodki. Kurde, nie wiem, w którą stronę iść, czy w środku, czy na zewnątrz. Ale chyba na zewnątrz. Tutaj tylko jakieś fanty.
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
O! Chłopak chce się do otchłani dostać? Odważny jest.
Deja vu.
He tried his hand at several translations.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
No, jak się tam przedostać? Jakiś pomysł? O, mogę to przesunąć.
I take the heart, you take the roots. Red, come look.
Skrzynia. Siamuleci, dobra. Teraz tak, jeden ognik. Tu mamy rdzeń. Raz. Tu jest dwa. I tu jest 3.
Picked and culled.
A to były tylko 2? Jak ja naliczyłem 3.
Why did he feel like he needed so much protection? More magic mockery. He wished to disguise his presence, or perhaps to distract from it.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex? Should be useful.
Korba do wiatraka?
That book. Again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
The lift should work now.
Dobra, tak więc lecimy na dół.
All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to, and the signs are not encouraging.
Pewnie przywoła jakiegoś potężnego demona, z którym teraz będziemy musieli się zmierzyć.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Hellspawn. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Jak w otchłani. Jeszcze się rozejrzę, może gdzieś tu widzę ten ognik, ale nie, raczej nie. Poza tym jednym. Dobra, to idziemy do tej windy. W takim razie. Bardzo nie lubię podziemnych lokacji, nie wiem dlaczego. W tej kopalni Forciery po prostu tak mi jakoś... No nieprzyjemnie, wolę na świeżym powietrzu właśnie jak się dzieje akcja. Dobra, czas na walkę? Oczywiście. Gdzie są filary? Tu widzę jeden. Dobra. Jeden z głowy. Jeszcze 2. Tam jest jeden. Ajajaj. Kurde. Dobra.
It's on you.
Ostatni gdzieś. Na pewno nie tu. Gdzie się ukryłeś? Tam z tyłu? Może gdzieś tutaj? No kurde. Jest. Kurde, jeszcze ten duży.
Watch out!
Time to end this monstrosity.
Almost.
When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Red, come look. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
Wejdź do wyłomu. O,
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do.
no nie ma co.
Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. I mean, can't be far.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
Jest tu jakaś mapa? Nie, nie można.
Wards.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
Właśnie, jest zbyt spokojnie. Ale pewnie do czasu.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human.
Oj, coś słyszałem. O, już u kogoś mamy.
They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Ale tam coś jest. Coś się świeci. Jestem ciekawy, co to jest. Elo. A, to ten Haskell coś tutaj zrobił. Oj, kolejni. Jakby ich zahipnotyzował.
Take care. The place is warded.
Nie, tamtędy nie.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Kurde, dwie drogi? Którą wybrać? Nie, to nie ta droga.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Kurde, zrobił sobie kryjówkę w otchłani, no. Chyba nie jest normalne.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
No, pewnie testował chorobę tutaj. Tą zarazę, która dotknęła tą osadę.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
O! Jest i nasz mały czarnoksiężnik.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Were you stuck in here?
In the Araloo? Originally, I was searching for the source of the poisoning. I may have overestimated my talents. Still, an amazing place to be stuck in, no? Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did! A good thing, too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them, the very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh, you know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of Die Occulte Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating!
Are you aware of what would happen if people learnt of your studies?
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
Trochę? Powiem, że bardzo.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Arrowlew taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
Can you prove that? Where's your evidence?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Arrowlew. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
You've based all this on a peculiar smell.
Well, not only that. Also observation, experience, elimination of other possibilities. As a banisher, you surely understand that the limits of our perception far exceed the bounds of our normal attention. As a scientist, it's important to look closer, the better to understand what the Arrowlew is really made of. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Arrowlew is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take...
Teraz my będziemy eksplorować, szukać źródła.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Dobra, gościu.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Arrowlew is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
No dobra.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is.
Dobra, tutaj sobie zakończymy ten odcinek. W następnym pójdziemy sobie eksplorować te Aralu, otchłań. I co? Dajcie lajka, suba, zostawcie komentarz z uwagami i widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Na razie, cześć!